It's good to go. Morning, morning, gang. Look at this, all familiar suspects, usual suspects. Hello, hello. Another steaming hot weekend. Day here in Saksa. It's been hot, 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 hot. The streets outside have been almost deserted. Paper is out. Three packs came out and one pack went back in. Today it's going to be Ishikawa-san, and Ishikawa-san's doing JJ September print. Sugi-san's doing Fox Moon, and Dei-chan is doing a back issue of the portraits, one for Snake. But I got an email from Ishikawa-san saying she won't be here till this afternoon, so her paper went back in. If I left it out this morning, it would sit there damp. It would be really in danger of getting moldy. Traffic cone alignment, yeah, like I tested this. Today's Monday. It's no garbage there today, I don't think so. Actually, there is some kind of garbage Monday. It's every second Monday. I think it's this is the day you put out dead batteries and stuff like that, dangerous stuff. We don't have any. So. All right, let's get some work done. It's going to be a full Monday here in the shop. We are rarely for this season. We are sold out for parties. We're totally booked. It's like 5, 4, 4 or something today. It's going to be a normal quiet stream. Cameron should be here, I think. It's Monday. He's got a ton of work to do. His mailbox is jammed full. I've got a small show and tell. It's kind of interesting. A bit of a quirky show and tell today. Something turned up on it. This was from Yahoo Auctions, an open Yahoo auction last week, and it was kind of fun. Nobody else seemed to notice what it was, so I scooped it up. And we'll have a look at that at show and tell time towards the end of the stream. And if I forget to mention it later on, I probably won't forget, but we're going to rearrange the streaming schedule for the rest of August. It's confirmed the weather's looking good. I will be heading to Ome tonight as soon as the last print party is finished at around 3:30. The staff's going to take over the shop. And I'll be in Ome for Monday, rest of Monday night. I'll be there all day Tuesday, and I believe I'll be there Wednesday as well, all day Wednesday. So there'll be no stream from here Wednesday. The next 2 streams will be Thursday and Saturday. So at least for the month of August, we're switching from a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule to a Monday, Thursday, Saturday schedule. just don't stop. They don't stop. We had a quiet time for a while. And now all of a sudden it's gone nuts and we're back to being full again. Today will be totally sold out parties. I was really kind of hoping Wednesday would stay quiet. So if the parties stay quiet, I can stay in Ome on Wednesday. But if they're busy, the girls will need help. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We've also had a bit of, I'm going to say trouble's the wrong word for it, frustration in the parties this last week or so, because we're in the middle of summer holidays here in Japan. Of course, the kids are off school. So parents are looking around, they're desperate for stuff to do with their kids, you know. So we've had requests. Like we had a phone call the other day, Teiko-san took it, and said a woman wanted to book a print party for her 7-year-old kid. And Teiko-san said, no, we don't do just stuff for kids. This isn't really a children's activity, whatever. So the woman says, okay, I get it, thank you. And a few minutes later on the website, in comes a booking from somebody using the same phone number for just one. So we are a little nervous about this, so we phoned the phone number. Yeah, it's the same woman. She had ignored our comment, and she had booked for her little kid, 7-year-old kid. Like in the same party, there's 3 adults from wherever, New Zealand or something, and there's no way we do that. It's going to severely impact the quality of the experience for the other people. It clearly says on our website, age 10 and up. Now people are selfish, you know, they've got this problem, they've got the kid at home and they're desperate for something to do. We had one yesterday. Somebody booked without telling us, and what showed up 20 minutes late was a father and a little girl. The little girl was just barely into school, grade 1 or grade 2. And they're here already. We can't tell them to run away and go away. The girl's going to break down, you know, so we do it. And it was a total waste of time. 2 of our staff members spent an hour and a half with him. The little kid couldn't even focus, couldn't get to the bench, couldn't follow what was going on. A complete waste of our time. But once you open a public service, you know, you can't, it's not so easy to turn people away, you know? So what we're thinking of doing is maybe we're going to try and play the Disneyland game. Now Disneyland has the same problem with a very, very physical problem. If the kid is physically too small, they're going to fall out of their harness and die, stuff like this on a ride. Now we don't have that problem, but we do have a tall bench. So what we're thinking of doing is instead of saying the rule from age 10 and up, we're going to play the Disneyland game and just simply say, you've got to be, you know, do the measurement and whatever it is, you've got to be 140 centimeters tall, whatever, to physically do this. I think if we do that, then they can't really argue. They can't come back with, oh, my kids are real sharp, they can do anything, you know. Just make it a physical thing. You're in or you're out. Nobody could complain about that. Nobody sues Disney for discrimination. Hey, you didn't take my kid on your ride, you know. It really impacts the quality experience for the other adults in the group. that's right. Switch to the Octopus print. Put a warning, you must be 18 or over to join these print parties. But I sort of get it, how these families are kind of desperate after months of having a kid at home, you know. They don't know what to do with the kids. They've been treating school like a babysitting service, of course. So. When Cameron gets here today, I've got some more news for him. Actually, he might know because he might have been following it. Last week I was chatting with you about this, the YouTube thing this week. We put those 2 videos up over the past couple of weeks. I forget the exact timing. One went up about 10 days ago, the one Cameron did with Sugasan. And then mine, the parody, the funny video of the chroma key stuff. And we talked about it. Mine went rocketing straight up much faster than his, but now his video, it's really got legs. For some reason, YouTube has taken that one and it is recommending it on the YouTube homepage. Different people, so everybody sees the YouTube homepage differently, and it's been recommending on the homepage, and it has gone crazy. I think it's at 65,000 views now after about 10 days. Which for us, our videos normally get to about 65,000 after almost a year or so, case by case. And this one is now not even 2 weeks yet, and it's at 65,000 already. And comments flooding in, good comments. And when we look at the traffic sources, we were thinking first it was Reddit, because it did go to Reddit artisan videos. But Reddit's responsible for only 3% of that. So Reddit has helped, but it's not the total driving it. And it's YouTube's internal recommendation engine that is what's doing this. And it's now our single strongest video. The Remembering a Carver is still pumping away thousands a day, but at the moment it's been out eclipsed by Cameron's new one. So I don't know if he was looking at this over the weekend, but he'll be pretty proud, I think. It just turned out to be a really nice video. Quiet, peaceful, and not drawn out too much. It's short enough to give people a real taste for how that print came together. And the image itself is a nice, peaceful, quiet, interesting image. So it just might be a very nice combination of factors there. There's one regret. We were talking about this the other day. After we realized that this was going to be a more popular video than we had expected, I had to regret that we hadn't done, in the middle of it, a little small mini interview with Sugasan, the printer who's featured in the video. We had talked about it, and we had done an interview with her in the last previous one she did. So she said, it's okay, we don't need to see my face, blah, 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 blah. They're kind of shy anyway. So we didn't push her on it, because, as I said, we'd done it before in the previous video. You know, no reason to push her into stuff she doesn't want to do. But I regret it now. Got my face stuck all over the thing again, but the girl who did the actual work isn't shown. Just her large supply of t-shirts. On a kids-only print party, there's nothing for it in us. I know we've talked about this before. I know we like the idea, of course, of showing kids woodblock printmaking, blah, blah, blah. But at the age they're coming here, 5, 6, 7, 8, it makes no difference. It's just play, play, play and run away. And it's not like they're going to develop some feeling for woodblock printmaking. And the other thing is, there's a commercial aspect to this. And the way we've set the prices and our prints and the parties and the rent and everything else, when we worked out our business model here, we knew we're facing a Saksa rent, you know. And if we set the print party price high enough to make a profit just for the print parties, it would be too high for people to come. So we've kept the price of the print parties, it's low, it's super low, 2,000 yen, about 17 bucks per person. It's way too low for an hour's event. If we just did print parties, we wouldn't be able to run this business. We guessed at the beginning, not everybody who does a print party will do shopping, but we guessed, Jeff, half of them buy something, and if that's the cheapest print in the building, then we'll be able to make a living at this. That's not what worked out. A bit around half, 47% last time we counted. 47% do some shopping, but it's not always the cheapest print, sometimes quite expensive. But kids' parties don't do any shopping. Of course, they don't do any shopping at all. The kids come, they take up time, take resources, and then leave, and there's no extra shopping. So we can't do it, at least not with our current business model. If you're going to run Kiddieland or something, your business model is predicated on what you're charging the people to come in there. But this is not Kiddieland, it's a print shop. So we can't do it. Families with lots of kids don't do any shopping. And when it's only kids, there's never any shopping. So that's okay. So a print party model by itself could be such a thing, but it would have to be way, way, way more expensive. And the insurance and just whatever. That woman the other day, the one I mentioned, she tried to book just for her 7-year-old kid. We've had the experience before, actually. It's been a few years since this happened, but there was a booking, whatever, for somebody and a kid. The woman gets here, tries to drop the kid off, and she tries to leave. And it's like a little tiny kid, and she's trying to leave and go shopping and come back and pick up the kid in an hour. And we're like, sorry, lady, no way. We don't have a license for daycare centers. We don't want to handle this. Suppose there's an earthquake. Give me a break. You sit here. We're not kindergarten. That's so dangerous. Can you imagine dropping your kid off here and taking off when something happens? Kid gets sick or whatever. Give me a break. Anyway, enough of that. Sorry to grumble. Son might be going back today. He's been off for about 10 days. Son, the guy that does her construction, he makes wood blocks for us, works on construction, he does not sort of handyman of the company. He's been off for, I think it's about 10 days with his family. They took a overseas vacation this year together. The boys are getting almost, I guess one will be going into college maybe next year, which is why they're doing this now, sort of a last chance for the family to do stuff together, kind of a vacation thing. And they chose to go to England, Yorkshire. I think they're going up to the Dales or something like that. And they've been there for the past, whatever it is, 10 days. And I don't have the exact detail on it, but what I've seen in my news reports over the past week or so, it sounds like they've had biblical amounts of rainfall over the past, over that period, so. I can't laugh. I mean, what can you do? Just you can sort of smile about it, but they've probably just been stuck in hotel rooms, roads closed, can't get to where they want to go. They've picked the worst 10 days in the past 100 years to go and spend in northern Britain, I guess. Britain has been in our shop news here the past couple of weeks. And our staff member, Wadabayas, you don't see her on the stream very often. She comes in maybe Friday morning. You might see her for a few minutes. She's been off for a few weeks. Again, she's also in Britain. She's in England. She's been teaching woodblock printmaking over there. This place called, what was it called? Something college. Marlborough College. Somewhere. I think it's down south near Cambridge, maybe? I don't know. I'm sorry. And they have a big summer school deal with all kinds of programs and arts-related things. And for the past few years, I think, she's been their woodblock printmaking teacher on their summer school. I think they're finished now, or it's in the last week is just finished, I think, so she's coming back now next week, I think. And we've had confirmation of how successful her classes were. There was in the email the other day, there was an order for a subscription for our series, The Mystique of the Japanese Print, the series that I made myself back in the early 2000s, and we now published here in Mokuhanka. A subscription request came in, and the person mentioned, I did a course with your staff member, Wadabashi-san, just now, and oh my God, these prints are so beautiful, and I've discovered my life work, and whatever, this kind of stuff. So it sounds like she did a very effective job. Can't get the, I don't know, too much conversation here, sorry. Yeah, why do we call it a print party? Nee, so, of course, so. Was that the garbage truck? I think it was. So picking up the, whatever it is, the batteries or something, or broken glass. I think it's the dangerous garbage packages, second Monday, I think. Yeah, broken glass, you can hear it. this with this already. Whoa, 8:35. You're like
A little early.
early. Did your train have steroids this morning or something? Or?
Yeah.
Wow. Cameron, your video.
It's
what have you
okay?
done to it?
It broke.
It's breaking all our records. It's everything.
Oh, okay.
It's everything. Remembering a carver is just eating
Taking
dust.
a nap?
Eating
Alright.
dust.
I thought you were gonna say, what did I do? Like,
No, I thought you
break it so it stopped
have you
it?
not been following it?
Not at all.
Have you not been following it? My God, it's killing everything. It's at
really?
65,000.
Oh, right.
It's not even 2 weeks. It's going to break 100,000 like by the end of the week, and the only other 100,000 videos we have are over a year old.
All right.
So in 2-3 weeks, it's got to where everything else has been after a year.
Cool.
I mean, do it again.
So we'll have to make another one, I suppose.
There's so much chat. I haven't caught a quarter of the chat here. I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me. Cameron will take over some of this here now that he's here.
Today, still plans looking good for you to head out and enjoy the mountains?
Well, yes, except that there's 3 parties. We're booked solid for parties. There's even whatever kind of empty spaces we're filled up overnight.
Got it.
So I'm here till late afternoon.
Okay.
And the idea is just to get out of here just before rush hour.
Yeah.
If possibly can. So I'll get my stuff packed.
Get a seat on the train.
Yeah. Okay. I have no idea. I've got a bit of the chat, but there's just way more than I've got. And I think he's back in today, or is he coming in tomorrow, Tuesday? I don't know. He's back in town.
He's
now,
back
right?
in Japan, yeah.
Now, somebody told me that he's going to be in Ome on Wednesday. Who said so? I know Daychan said so. And I'm like, what? Anyway, you know the deal. You know where he's been, right?
I heard the UK.
North of UK, Yorkshire and stuff. And they've had like biblical rain for the past 10 days, whatever. So he's going to
He left rainy season to go to a new rainy season. He's coming back finally
no,
to.
it seems like, it was their last chance to get a vacation before the kids grow up and go to school. So they're putting it off, and finally they bit the bullet and did it.
And it rained the whole time.
I haven't heard from him directly yet, but just if you've seen the news, there's bridges washed, there's dams cracking. It's just.
Oh man. Would it be okay if I turn on the machine? Or am I too weak?
It's, at the moment, it's set for dry.
Oh, okay.
I put it for dry. So just take the top left button and punch it around the cycle till it goes on a cooler. Okay. Don't leave it on automatic, whatever you do. Top left button.
Okay. Until what am I looking for?
On Odebo.
Okay, there it is.
It's nice with the dry. It's just okay. It's nice and soft, but
I think
you are too weak.
coming
Yeah,
up.
you just okay. Came in from outside. All right. That's your excuse.
Yeah, that's
We had it again yesterday. Daychan was upstairs by herself in the morning yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. So I go up and see her in the morning. She comes through when I'm still upstairs. Good. Turn the conditioner on, okay? Daychan, she says, yeah, whatever.
Hi.
And and I know what's happening. Then what happened? Somebody went up there. I forget. Nakamura-san went up there to do something. And I said, have you seen what Rachan's doing? I'm like, what? She's sitting in that hot room, blah, blah, blah. So I storm up there, turn on that. She says, well, it's just me by myself. And I'm, give me a break. So we got to be careful.
At least she's still awake, I guess. Don't want anyone passing out in the seat. Oh yeah, you're right. There is a lot of chat going on.
Yeah.
Hello. Third floor of the Mocha Hankan sweatshop. Thanks, John Becker.
Literally, yeah. Actually, the third floor is okay because we have an air conditioner up there. The first floor is okay because we have the jumbo air conditioner here. The problem is the sweatshop where this guy works.
I have a little fan that I leave on full blast, blowing directly onto my face. But it feels good just having the fan blowing. Because the tiny air conditioner in there, I don't think actually does much anything. But is this similar to how Buddhist sutras and dialogues were saved for later printing? I suppose some were probably carved.
Of course, carved. That was part of it.
A lot were also just brushed again and again, but I don't know enough about.
Well, a lot of the earliest woodblock print samples that do survive are Buddhist-related stuff.
Oh, okay.
I think the classic example is the totally earliest ones is somebody has carved like an image of a seated Buddha, or whatever, and they used it as a stamp vertical style on paper. But.
Yeah.
So the earliest woodblock prints left from Japan, and this is like 1,500 years ago, whatever, are these sheets of crumbly paper with Buddhas stamped on them. And they would have been given to people at temples or whatever.
Yeah.
Stuff. So I think that's kind of...
They still hand out stamps at Buddhist temples today.
So. But I think a lot of countries, Tibet, Nepal, China, of course, and Southeast Asian countries, there's a lot of that sort of stuff, carving, Thailand for sure.
Yeah.
Carving prayers on blocks of wood. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you already answer the question, Dave? Any update on the font front?
No, is that somebody's asking? I don't know. Is Marco here today? I don't know. I know. I myself, I'm just holding. I've got the video thing ready. We've got our end ready. The web page is ready. I'm just waiting now for young Marco to decide, okay, that's it, cut and run.
Yeah.
And the communication we had with him was about 2 weeks ago, and he said maybe about 2 weeks now I'll have some video for you.
Coming soon, probably.
So if he's here, speak up. If he's not, I should write to him.
Yeah.
And I did a bunch of updates over the weekend on the cats, Neko cats. I've had lots of conversation back and forth with the people who are working at stage 2s.
All right.
And what I should do actually, the next job, and maybe I'll do it over on me, is I should now send a bunch more people through to stage 2. Because there's been lots happening. Mm-hmm. We're now at about 800 entries. And although the overall quality is, it's pretty mixed, but there are still some interesting stuff there. So.
Very cool.
So because I haven't made any video yet about that, people might be thinking it's sleeping. No, the project is up and running, and a bunch of people are working as we speak on getting good images made. So.
Mm-hmm. This one is called the Taco Sutra.
Yum, 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 yum.
David, my wife, and I went last year for a print party during our honeymoon. We were headed back to Tokyo in December, and we're wondering if you have a different or more advanced print.
What did they do?
Around. Yeah, which one did you do? Last year, it could have been a couple different blocks.
No idea. Yeah. Which print did they make? Cause, we're testing at the moment. In fact, the girls have already, it's not up and running yet, but we're testing the koi image. Okay. The blocks are ready, the pigments and brushes are ready. We just haven't finalized it.
So by December, there will be at least one.
Oh, sure. Maybe 3, maybe 2. Yeah.
Okay.
And what you do is when you make your reservation, make sure you put on your reservation, hey, we did the such and such image, this time we want something different.
Yeah.
Make sure you tell us so we're not surprised when you walk in the door and suddenly having to try and change blocks.
It takes a bit of prep work to change the whole block set.
So just let us know and we will accommodate you, absolutely. Yeah. Please tell us in advance.
Someone asked, what would you need to get printing on the Genji Emaki series?
I can't do it legally. I don't own the pictures. I own the blocks. Yeah, I'm in possession of the blocks, but I cannot publish the prints. I don't own.
Can't do anything with the blocks.
I can't do anything with them at all. Yeah. They were given to me with that understanding, of course. They were given to me with the idea that we could use them for research and study and printing practice. But of course, I cannot sell images pulled from those blocks, period. There's an out in that if I went to 2 people, one is Okada-san, the artist who owns the intellectual property in the image, and if he said yes, that's not happened, but whatever. And then also if I went to Saeki-san, the owner of the Yuido Publishing Company, who took a bath on that project originally. Yeah. And although he has no legal ownership here, it would be unethical of me to suddenly start to make money on those blocks on which he took a bath 30 odd years ago, 1977 or 78, whatever it was. Yeah. And then the other factor is some of those blocks are very, very heavily worn. That was nominally a 300 edition. It was not in real life. There was staggering amounts of testing, and clearly more than 300 copies escaped out into the wild. So
because we've had some that were numbered and some that were
unnumbered, and I've seen one numbered with 400 and something. I don't know what it is. So these blocks are very, very heavily worn. They were printed by printers who didn't really care much about that. They were printing with the understanding it would be a limited edition, so they weren't interested in doing anything that would help preserve the blocks. They just were interested in jamming it out.
Got that.
So the blocks, the ones I've seen, I haven't inspected every face of every one of those. Some of them I haven't even opened yet. So. But the blocks are warm. So there's many, many strikes against you. So please don't have any, don't sit there waiting for that, because almost certainly it ain't going to happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to be uncooperative, just that's the way the world works. You know, the prints are out there, the prints exist. Every now and then they come up on an auction sale. We try and buy them when we can, but perhaps because of our own video promotion now, they are extremely well sought after, and the prices go crazy.
Yeah.
We had a set a few months ago that went out to a collector in America. What was the price?
180,000
yen.
yeah. Question about printing. In some of the videos, the printers pause in their rubbing and rub the Baron on a blue paper on the side for a few seconds instead. What's that all about? According to Gami said there's a little camellia oil on that blue cloth.
Yeah.
Or sometimes a little sponge too. It looks like a sponge, the one Suga-san uses.
Well, no, she has a sponge that's a sponge with water for different purposes.
Oh, okay.
But she has two things. She has the cloth at the side. It's called the baren wata. Wata means cloth, cotton cloth. And it's not saturated with oil, but it has oil in and around it.
Yeah.
And Suga-san also, what she has is a little tiny round can, and Dei-chan also has this, filled with cotton, and it also has been dampened, is that the right word, dampened with oil, so that she can, and the cotton sticks up above the rim of the tank, so she can just rub her Baron a little bit, and this cotton pillow, which has got just a touch of oil in it.
Yeah.
You've seen the video. There's a famous video with hundreds of thousands of views out there. This Japanese printmaker living in America, and he's got this deal where he takes his Baron and he rubs it on his face. See what I'm doing? See this old antique traditional technique and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and they used to do that. Matsaki-san, well, the first printer I met here, you know, he had a Baron cloth there, but when he needed more oil, rubbed it on his head. Because he had no bath in his house, down the street to a cento once or twice a week or whatever, and they used camellia oil in their hair.
Yeah.
So that was the easiest place to pick it up. For somebody in contemporary America now to play the game of doing this, it's just pretentious.
Yeah. That's funny.
Most of us take a shower now and then. We don't have hair full of oil. Yeah. But it makes for a cool thing on the video, so go for it.
Yeah. For someone wanting to try carving or block printing for the first time, would carving linoleum be a good precursor to woodblocks, or would that be considered woodblock blasphemy?
No idea.
You have no experience with it, right?
Zero experience. Can't help it. It's different tools. You know, you're in the linoleum. You're V'ing stuff in. You're not using a cutter knife like this. So I don't. It's also usually oil-based ink. Yeah. So it's not really a precursor. It's not a progression path to do this.
They're two separate traditions. So I'm baffled. I've been watching you for months and finally have the money ready and ambition to start. However, the countless websites and research
money
after that. I still have no idea if I should go right in and buy a really expensive kit or a beginner kit for a couple $100. I don't know.
Don't buy anything. If you got a piece.
Do you have an X-Acto knife? Just start with stuff in your garage.
Wood, a piece of knife, water-based chewed pigments you got from the department store, the grocery store, whatever. You don't need any money.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times we have to talk about that. I'm sorry. Nobody believes it.
Or there could be people who are new, so don't know. Dave, you overestimate our hygiene.
All right, I will keep quiet then, as you wish. I thought Americans were the ones who were famous for, or whoever we're talking to, I guess, kind of Americans. But.
Like John Beck is saying, we need a video, I think. A video to make sure everyone knows where to start.
How to get started in printmaking?
Yeah.
Well, I did a book about it. I mean, whatever. Even back then I was getting frustrated by being asked the same thing, so I did it. I did a book.
Yep. With videos in it.
Yeah, with videos in it, and it's not like super expensive. Okay, another column done, I believe, right?
Looks like it.
What do you got? 2 columns left. We're almost at the end here.
But that last column is a
It gets
doozy.
longer and longer and longer, and it splits into 2, and it splits into 2, and it goes and it finishes right down here, and then there's the young octopus. So we're not done. And there's also, I know, I sort of semi-teased, not teased, that's the wrong word. I hinted that if anybody's expecting me to be finished this like in 1 or 2 days, and then get my barrel out and start printing, and the edition will be for sale next week, that's not going to happen. This is August. Meaning on Dave's bench right now, over the next few weeks, there is a priority job coming. Every year on October the 10th, we have to open the website for our gift print. And it's now the middle of August. And the print has to be available and for sale in hundreds of copies on October 10th. Which means
First, we have to figure out what we're going to do.
choose it, carve it, get the basic printing done. And everybody, all of our printers here and all of our carvers are booked. So it's going to be Dave doing the carving, Dave choosing it, Dave getting the hunch to ready, Dave carving it, and then Dave doing the first test printing. Because I'm going to do a video for this thing. And that's got to be up and running for sale October 10th. Which means maybe what I'll do is I'll maybe get to the bottom of this column, I guess. And then I'm probably going to have to switch carving to the
New design.
to the gift print design. So before I forget, Cameron.
Yeah.
No, the problem we had last year, people ordering 6 copies of the gift print, giving me 6 addresses to send it to,
And pay for shipping
charging
once.
only 1 shipping.
Fixed.
It's fixed.
All right.
I rebuilt
Thanks.
it, which means stand by for crashes.
Okay.
No, it's already working.
Okay, great. That's excellent.
And also, I started working on the next project,
Okay.
the main Mokuhankan shopping cart.
Okay.
I know what kicked my butt into this is that I was looking to see your video. What's going on? Where is your video traffic coming from? Reddit, whatever.
Yeah.
So I clicked through. Reddit is responsible for 3% of the traffic you're getting in that video.
That's
so no
not a
big
lot.
deal. It's a YouTube homepage. But then I went to devices. It's over 80% mobile.
Huh. Okay. Heavens.
And these people are then thinking about subscribing, going to the website. Now our subscription pages are fully responsive.
Yeah.
But our basic shopping cart,
Not so much.
as of last night,
It is. All right. What's Kare-sama?
basically responsive. It's not beautiful yet,
Right.
but it works on
Cool.
mobile now.
Very cool. Thank you.
It was sleep or do that.
Yeah. Did you make the right choice?
I don't know.
Couple of questions. I was looking at your old site and noticed that girl playing with temari on the Moku Hankan site is missing metallic flowers on the kimono and ball. Will it be introduced on a future print run?
I don't remember what we did. Did we change it? I don't remember.
Where is that print?
It's over there, and that's one of my old copies sitting there
Yeah.
on the wall.
Huh.
We reprinted. Who reprinted it? Miyashita-san, I think. Ohashi-san? I can't remember. We may have simplified it by instead of printing metallics, we may have just printed color. That's a leftover of my copy.
does have the metallics.
I don't remember. I'm sorry. I don't know the answer to that. Guessing what we've done is we probably printed it with no metallics for the website, and if we do add metallics, someone's going to be happy and get a bonus when they open it.
Surprise.
But,
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's not a very good seller. I thought it would be a spectacular seller when I made it. I made it as a New Year's card first. And,
Really crooked.
and it's carved on a single sheet of boxwood. It was the first
was all
word.
boxwood?
The whole thing, a single sheet of boxwood. And it was given to me by Shimano-san before he died. It was actually an interesting story there, you know. I know I had been... No. This is like 1990 or 1995 or something, whatever. I'd been carving the Poet series after seeing Ito-san of the story. We know in the video I'd started carving the hair a bit finer, so I was getting into pushing the limits of what you could do with cherry. So I'd heard that in the old days they had used boxwood inserts and these things. So I was thinking, let's see, could this be something I was doing with Poet series?
Yeah.
Should I insert the heads as boxwood with it?
Yeah.
So one day when I was visiting Shimano-san, the block planer, I asked him about this. Hey, boxwood? And I don't remember, but probably he rolled his eyes. No, here we go again. This guy's always blah, 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 blah. He said, no, I don't remember. He had never done it himself.
Wow. And
he said his father used to take orders and inlay it, but no, he had seen it happen when he was a young kid, but in living memory, they had never done this. Wow. So I'm like, gee, well, I didn't ask you to do it, but if I can get the wood, whatever, I could try it myself, whatever.
Yeah.
And his wife says, there's a piece, didn't you? And she gestures. I can barely speak Japanese at this time. So he puts his tools down. He digs around on the shelves behind him. And there's little bits and pieces. This workshop was never, ever cleaned. Ever.
Yeah.
And it's planing and wood and cutting. So there's sawdust and dust on everything. And he goes to this shelf and knocks this off and picks this up. And he finds a little flat piece of wood.
Yeah.
And it's twisted like this. And it's about maybe 1/4 inch thick. And it's sort of like the size of one of these prints. And it's a piece of boxwood.
Okay.
And it's been there for, make up your number, whatever.
Yeah.
At least 20 years, maybe 30, maybe 40, maybe 50, whatever. Make up your number. And he says, here,
Take this.
take this. And he just gives it to me.
Huh.
And it is hard, like it's been left inside the Egyptian pyramids for all these years. And it was just rock hard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
I took it home. And what I did was, you can't just use a thin little piece like that. So I laminated it myself onto a piece of hard cherry wood. And that next year's New Year's card was this, carved entirely on a piece of boxwood.
Very cool.
And it was, oh my God, to die for. I remember, I've still got it, the wood is still there. And it's just the most perfect carving platform you could imagine.
Yeah. The jazz prophet says, whoa, all boxwood, wouldn't it be a pain to do the whole thing on such hard wood? Gordon Gummy
You can't do
says,
color
Dave
blocks.
is a masochist.
You can't do color blocks. We're talking about the key block. When I said the whole print, I meant the key block, not the color blocks. You can't make key blocks out of boxwood. It's too hard. The water doesn't go. It's like printing on metal plates with water-based ink. No.
No.
You can do it if you're doing, like the engravers do.
Yeah.
The engravers do their stuff on boxwood. They roll around oil-based ink.
Oh, yeah.
We can't print color blocks on boxwood. And I had trouble with that one with the head, because on the head where the hair is, it's like a color block. It's a mass of black there. So I struggled with that to get the hair smooth and not smash the face.
Yeah.
Can you pass it over, camera, so we can put under the...
Kanji Cats. Send me an email. You might be on the 15th invoice. They're saying I haven't gotten my August invoice yet, but you might be on the 15th, or maybe it got lost. So send me an email and I'll look into it for you.
Are we on? Yeah.
Yep. Be right there.
This is early days for me, carving fine stuff. This is when I was still learning about how to do hair and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
That box was beautiful, rock hard piece of. I was pretty proud of this. I caught lots of good taste on these lines. You know. I did the drawing at I don't even know, 400% scale. You know, I can't draw like this, of course, but I did the drawing at super high scale, shrunk it down. And you get stuff like this, these brush strokes. They come and they've got a little scoop at the corner and it cuts back and there's a little pop taken out here where the knife goes. Comes to next to nothing. See what I mean? This just it doesn't curve this way. This line is part of this line. You can't just carve this way. You have to carve here and across. It's sort of, I'm doing the same thing now on this one. And just this calligraphy is just to die for. Just to die for. I love doing this. I still love doing it. Same thing here. Look at this. You see there's a little hook at the end.
Here. Over toward the edge. You're still in the frame, but there you go.
Little hook at the end here. Down you go. Just fabulous. Just fabulous. To die for.
Very cool.
So yeah, all boxwood. We could print tens of thousands of these if there's demand for it. But,
It's been quiet.
thank you. That wasn't the show and tell. We have a show and tell today, Ken.
Oh.
Kind of a little funky one.
Thank you. Ended up that.
Am I on or off? I think I'm off camera.
You're right there in the middle.
Should be a little bit too close.
How much does a print cost? Thanks, John Becker. Anywhere from 3,000 yen to 8 trillion. Or is that billion? No, it's billion.
Both those numbers are going to change because we're in the process of rethinking our gift prints, and 3,000 is now pushing it. We're going to have to push it up a little bit for two reasons. One, the 3,000 price for the gift prints, $30 for the gift prints, hasn't changed in over a decade, and our paper costs have risen. Every single paper shipment we've had since then have gone up. And then, as we've been talking about it over the past few weeks, the printers, the fact that there's no printers in town, desperate for printers, the value of a printer's work has dramatically increased. And we're going to have to pay our printers more. It's not that I have to pay our printers more. The market is demanding that I pay the printers more. And if we don't push the prices up, other workshops are going to put stress on us to take our printers.
Yeah.
It's a straight supply and demand. These people have worked really hard. They've got themselves really skilled. There are very few people with that job, and printers' prices are going to go up. All of which is saying Cameron and I are trying to decide at the moment when to do this, when to put the price up for the gift prints. Whether we'll hold it one more year at $30 or put it up to $32.50 or something, I don't know. But absolutely, we are going to have to move it.
Why is paper increasing in price?
It's a lack of supply. Very, very few families making it anymore. And you want to sense his own costs are increasing.
Yeah.
Steadily.
Getting the fibers and I guess the labor, it's still the same guy doing it, but price of everything else around him, he's got to pay for food and that inflates.
Yeah. And it's a collapsing supply chain.
If we want to support your work, what is the best way to do so? Patreon, online store, physical store, watch YouTube?
Just whatever, just watch us, talk about us. If you can afford to buy a print now and then, that's fine. If you can't, don't sweat it. We're actually doing okay. You know, we're not, sometimes people get the wrong impression that we're sort of, oh my God, we're on the verge of dying and we're desperate and people got to help put food in my mouth. Yeah. We're actually doing okay as a business. We've got 30 people working here now, most of whom are well paid for what they're doing. And our orders are more than we can handle. The business it's ours to lose. So we're not actually in dire straits at the moment. We're doing really, really well because of this combination of being enthusiastic about our work and having enthusiastic supporters around the world. Mm-hmm. So please don't sweat this. We're not desperate for support. If you have the resources to and you like what we're doing, then pick up a print or two. That's nice. And that's, at the end of the day, that's the way to push our business forward to the future. Mm-hmm. But I'm a bit sad that sometimes people have the wrong idea that, oh my God, it's a desperate business, and if I don't do something to help these people, are going to collapse. And that's not this year. I mean, nowadays, 10 years ago or 7 years ago, just before the Heroes, it was game over. It was game over. But not now. So please don't worry. We are actually doing really, really well, as I said, because of those two things, because of our own hard work and wonderful, wonderful support from people all over the world. Support in every respect, talking, watching, chatting, sometimes buying, sometimes Patreon.
Are the gift prints the same thing as the Hunger Club?
Yes, so, and it's bad branding. I'm sorry. Over the years, we've done
There's a specific page, woodblock.com/gifts. Is that right?
Yes, and that's because before we had Hunger Club, it was just the gift page on woodblock.com. I'm sorry, there's a legacy issue here, and it's bad branding. Some years back, before we had the Moko Hankan shop here, I was thinking to start the idea to sell prints on the side, other than my subscriptions. And one idea was to have an ongoing series of small prints. People would do it like they used to do record clubs when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You had your record player and your record cabinet, and the catalogs came a couple of times a year. You'd buy a few records each time the catalog came.
Oh, okay.
And it was whatever, the Columbia Record Club or whatever it was, that sort of thing. So for me, the branding, the Hunger Club brand name was rooted in that.
Got it.
But we've never actually done it. We moved to a subscription model instead. So we should either kill it or make it happen, at some point. But sorry, that reminds me. Mentioning Patreon, something else I meant to say. I was looking at the likes and dislikes on the videos.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out, are there any specific videos? Because your video's it's 99.1% likes, whatever. So I went to the analytics page and took all our videos, 111 videos right now.
Yeah.
And I sorted them in order of the percentage of likes, dislikes.
Okay.
And the one on top, the most disliked, the ratio of the most dislikes to likes. Well, we're still positive likes to dislikes.
Yeah.
The worst one on our whole channel is remembering a carver. It's okay because
course.
YouTube sends it to a bunch of random people who don't know about our work. So
Yeah.
I get it. So people come up there, what's this guy with a beard? Click.
Dislike, get me out of
whatever,
here.
get it. It's 98.2% like to dislike. That's the worst.
That's the worst.
One, and I saw this last night. Wait a minute. The worst one is 98.2. And then there's a huge jump to like 98.9, 99.9,
Yeah.
whatever. And we have 2 videos at 100%.
Whoa.
You know why? They're the 2
They've never
videos.
been seen? No.
They've never been seen on YouTube. We have 2 videos. When I set up the Patreon, when we were trying to find money to hire you, I set up the Patreon. I made 2 videos explaining what the Patreon's about and then explaining the gifts.
Yeah.
And I put them on YouTube, but the only way to get to them is if you are on our Patreon page and clicking. If you just go to our YouTube channel, they're not there. They don't show.
Got it.
And those have 100% likes, but they've only got like 700 people counting.
Yeah.
So not even 1,000 people have seen those. So I saw, okay, Dave, wait, okay, put them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, no, I can't do that. I mean, it's just, give us money, give us money, give us money.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's going really well the way it is. So that's fine. But it really shocked me that those 2 have no dislikes.
Yeah.
And they are the 2 least viewed videos on our entire platform.
That is funny.
But yeah, remembering a carver is the quote unquote worst performer
video.
in terms of like dislike ratio.
Suga-san.
Coming lady, hello, Sugi-san. Come in. Say hello. 本当におめでとうございますよ。本当におめでとうございます。
はい。
Sugi-sanのビデオ、さっきキャメロンさんと一緒に作ったビデオ、もう YouTube チャンネルのNo.1です。うちの YouTube の No.1。そう、嘘じゃないです。It's going crazy. まだ2週間経ってないんですが、7万人以上。そう。
茶畑良かったのかな。
そう、いろいろタイミングも OK、エディティングも OK、すぐさんの仕事 OK。本当に残念。コメントの中に何人が、なんで彼女の顔出てないんですか？
なぜでしょう。
もうちょっと詳しい。そう。デイビッドばっかり。デイビッドトーク。仕事はほとんどすぐさんの仕事でしょ。いや、そのコメントあります。
本当。そうか。じゃあまた今度。
青梅ですか？はい。
そう。いや青梅じゃない。金井さんの全然8月用の板と一緒にこれまた送って。
OK。Thank you.
お願いします。
金井さん。はい。
今日送ります。紙まだ干してありますから、これからおろして。そう。
よかった間に合って。
じゃあ間に合うかどうかわからない。今日パーティー多いし、その仕事もありますから。
そうなんだ。
はい。
じゃあお願いします。
Thank you.
お願いします。
In case you didn't know, for those of you who didn't know, that was Suga-san, the girl who appeared.
Her hands.
The girl whose hands and hummingbird T-shirt appeared in the video camera just finished. So, yeah. Super cheerful girl, always happy, always cheerful. Except on one case when she's handing me her finished work for the week, then she's not cheerful. She's crying.
They're all terrible.
Yeah.
Everything's awful. Meaning, she made a mistake once, maybe. Maybe not that.
I'm so happy to have her here.
Yeah.
So happy. And the business about raising the price on those Hunger Club prints, it's all going to go straight to those kids. Absolutely. So.
Yeah. Keep them happy.
No, keep normal. It's not a question of doing something special. It's normal, the normal structure. They have a really high in-demand skill, difficult to obtain. Mm-hmm. So that means they got to get paid for it, period.
Yeah. I'm only on level 2 of Duolingo. I still need a translator for the conversation.
Well, neither Cameron nor I are masters, but we can talk to people, you know.
Yeah.
We can get around and talk to people.
Did you know that if you Google the titles of hidden prints in the Mokuhankan catalog, you can still place orders for them? For example, Zenshin. I did not know that.
What's that?
Ones that are marked as hidden or Zenshin. I don't remember that print name.
There may be leftover HTML pages there, but
you can apparently still click.
But if we've got it clicked as pending or reprinting, the price on the page is dynamically generated.
Yeah.
Unless there's a.
But if it's marked as.
But there may be somewhere on an archive on the net, not on our website. We do it now. All the catalog pages have .php because they are dynamically generated with the price and the buy button.
Yeah.
In the old days, we were doing them as HTML pages.
Oh, okay.
Well, those are all off our website. They've been erased. but there may be archives somewhere of such pages, and that will have an active button that says click it.
Okay.
So I can't help that if somebody has downloaded an archive page. But on our own website, and I can check this later to make sure, but the pages are all dynamic. So even if you go to a page of a print that we have taken off, the price information and buy now button should be dynamically generated to show. Can't do it. But if there's something I've missed, please, let me know.
Take a look. So I said, this is too wholesome, I can't take it. And Gordon Gummy says, well, he's covering a porn print, so don't worry.
Just let's zoom out here. It's only wholesome because we're zoomed in tight.
Yeah.
This is part of an octopus. This is another part of an octopus. This is an octopus beak. The rest is covered with white paper. Wholesome enough for you, I don't. I'll explore that later, Cameron, but I do believe we're there. The entire website at the moment is dynamic.
Yeah.
But there are some historical pages archived somewhere else.
Send us a link if you fancy.
Yeah, sure, thank you. Also, you mentioned the Hasui prints.
Yes.
Did we talk about that or not?
We haven't.
The prints, the Yoshida Koitsu Hasui type Shinha, excuse me, Shinhaga type prints that we have in the shop are sourced from many different places. Some of the Shinhaga prints we have here, a few of them are ones that we've printed in-house. Ohashi-san or Yamamoto-kun or Kanai-san. We print them from old Doihanga blocks.
Yeah.
Those are not changing. We're still doing this okay. Some other Shinhaga we have here from the Doihanga company. The Doihanga company is using downtown printers. I know to make some prints. There are very few different ones. So that's okay. That's continuing. One other group of Hasui prints we have are from the Shobido company, which was a breakaway from Watanabe generations ago. Family, members splitting up. No, not feuding, but just splitting up the business. So that group of prints, and there's about 17 or 18 of them, I think, all together. It's part of the Hasui catalog that was not designed and printed in the Watanabe company building during those years. And they were all recarved in the post-war period, and they're known as the Shobido Hasui prints. And because they're not run by the Watanabe company, our printer Namabe has access to the blocks, and he's been printing them and republishing them over the past few decades. Past couple of decades at least, whatever. And we've had those in our shop. Famous ones are the Shiba Benten, the two women on the little arched bridge surrounded by the lotus flowers and stuff like this. We got the word from Namabe-san 2 days ago, Friday, just before we left. Shobido has followed market demand. They're having trouble printing them. They've now gone from 24,000 yen to 30,000 yen as of immediately.
Yeah.
So there's a change in some of our Shinhaga prices. Cameron and I put them up on the website. The website price is not yen, it's dollars with insurance and shipping and stuff rolled into it. So, and we don't know what's going to happen. That one's completely out of our control. We don't make those prints, we just buy them in and sell them in our shop here.
Yeah.
But there we go. Our Shinhagas, our own Hanga Club is going up. Those Shinhaga are going up. This dearth of printers now has started to flow through to the market. We saw Fuji Arts, what he's done with his prices the other day. Here comes the tsunami. Here comes the tsunami. There's a shortage of paper, a shortage of printers, prices for classical Japanese woodblock prints. I'm not talking about the Utamaro Sotheby's level, which is already $1 million each. I know nothing about that. We're talking about prints here on the ground, the ones that are being made in the classical tradition with carvers and printers separately. Get your rocket boosters on, because here we go. And I'm not really happy about this. I would rather have prints that are affordable and enjoyable instead of sticker shock. I don't want sticker shock. I don't like it. We're not going to make any more profit at the end of the day anyway, because it's all running through to our costs. And I noticed too on the Watanabe website the same thing. They're already 30,000 instead of 24,000 on the Watanabe website. And none of this is price gouging. This is all simply a reflection of increased costs at every stage of what it takes to make these things.
It is now 9:15, so they're saying show and tell.
Okay, sure, fair enough. Right. Here we go.
Oh, the Zenshin design they were talking about.
Possession, which one?
Yeah, room with a view. I think it's just actually available now.
I don't think so.
No?
Whatever we
Am I
had that was
misremembering?
left over for me, there might be like one copy left from when I made it. Our Mokuhankan printers have never made that.
Oh, okay.
Whatever's in the shop is left over from when David published it himself.
Got it.
And we have no plans to print it. It's not common at all. So my guess is somebody's found an old web page, not even on our website.
No, it is. It's 026.php in the catalog. It's in
Well,
the
then
normal
it must be one in stock. What's it showing on the inventory?
That's what I'm checking right now. It's marked as pending. I'm confused. But look into it.
Open it up in the Henshu page.
Yeah.
See what it says there. Anyway.
Yep. Show and tell. I'll dig into this.
Okay, I know the reason I've got this is, it came in Friday or Saturday morning. I've already got it in a box so fast. So, I know when this came up on Yahoo Auctions the other day, it really is a book that's of not too much interest to us. It's a Meiji era book that's printing press printed and actually read quite badly. It's a Meiji. It's got a previous price tag of 85,000 yen. No way. It's Meiji, published Meiji 31, and this edition is Meiji 41, which is what, early 1900s? I can't remember some of it. And the book itself is of no interest to me. It's a book full of rules on how to do chanoyu, where to sit, how to hold the scoop, what temperature for the tea, how you hold your handkerchief. You sit here, you sit here, you sit here. Super highly refined rules of the rituals of the tea ceremony. A lot of people like this stuff. It would be of interest to people who are into that stuff. For me, the whole concept of the tea ceremony just goes the wrong way against my personality. It's just not something I do. Anyway, so why did I buy the book? Because, one, it was cheap. Nobody else wanted it. Two, it has a nice, not nice, but it's got a Chirimen cover. We were talking about Chirimen books. And this is made of the same kind of thing we saw on our situation before. It's a woodblock print. Nicely made, detailed, softly gradation woodblock print, and then after the print is finished, it was treated with the Chirimen shrinking fabricing process. So the cover is a nice example of Chirimen, because the book only cost me like 1,000 yen, whatever, let's go for it. And then I found out when I got it, there's something kind of cool inside. It's not woodblock printed, this is all on an offset printed or something, but the sachet is a woodblock print of a tea house. The book is, of course, it's about, how to do tea ceremony and stuff, so whatever. So some rich man in his garden, he may have a tea house in his garden. This is not your normal print for people, of course. This is super top. And it's a woodblock print, kind of roughly made, but anyway, there you have it.
The tree is growing through the roof.
Well, no, they build the tea house around the tree, I guess, whichever way. I mean, you're integrating your garden and your tea ceremony. Again, I don't know much about this. And then I found, when I opened it up, we have something really fun. That's the first sachet on a frontispiece, the tea house. And then we have a plan of the garden. And here we are. This is a woodblock print.
Whoa.
We see the pond and the stepping stones and the bushes and stuff like this. And then we see a flat tea house that's been hit by a typhoon. Well, no, it isn't, because what it is, it's
a pop-up book.
It's a pop-up book that doesn't pop up. You have to do it yourself, but every room and every wall. Am I on camera here? I don't
that
really
is
know.
amazing.
And it goes inside the closets, and then you pop up this, and there's a place, and this one's got a double fold-out wall that goes over down here and up here, and I'm already lost. This comes up here. There's another wall here, inner.
And another one.
Look at that. I'm not joking. It goes in and in and in, and there's the little place where you put your tea bowl, and
that is so cool.
This one comes up here, and it's kind of overdone. Have I got them all? Nope, that one stands up there. It goes up here. This one stands up here. There's the entranceway. Oh, no, there's another one in there. I've missed it. This whole thing stands up there. I don't know if I've got them all. Maybe maybe not. No, there's a hallway. I've missed one. There's something in the hallway there. It stands up. I can't quite get to it. I've covered it up with something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it looks like chaos, I'm sure, but whatever. These little insert parts are not actually woodblock printed. They just did some sheet that they cut and pasted.
Right.
So the woodblock print is the base for the garden here. You can see
Yeah.
the woodblock printed base.
You can have your own tea ceremony right there.
But when I got this is just so much fun. So it's so it's a nice little thing that'll go into our collection, you know.
Huh.
It's nothing, nothing worth anything famous or whatever. But and they've got the thing, you know, the direction of sunshine and the names of all these stones and the names of the trees and stuff like that. Oh, I see such and such a tree, such and such a tree. You said that tree coming through the porch, right? They're all labeled here. So there's trees and stones. And they're all into the, what do you call it, the facing north and facing south and the direction of the good luck coming and all that kind of stuff. I forget the name of it.
Feng Shui.
Yeah. Wind, water, whatever. Yeah. But other than this, the book is not so much. Actually, this kind of deal, you know, pop-up book stuff, this was a real big deal back in the era of woodblock prints, the kids' toys and stuff. We showed this in one of my original David's Choice setups on the exhibitions. Long before I met you, Cameron, Nick.
Yeah.
I used to do a David's Choice at every exhibition. And one of them I found an old kid's toy, and we didn't cut the original woodblock print out, but we photocopied it, then cut up the photocopy, and boy, the book itself is a terrible thing. Anyway, there we are. Just some nice little offbeat item from our collection. Worth nothing, but of nice little interest. You found that print, did you?
Last copy.
So that's why it's still open on the webpage. Yeah.
Well, I just turned it off because it was marked to be off. It just didn't properly save.
Yeah.
It looked like. So now it's off, but maybe I should put it in because he said he's interested in it.
Turn it back on.
Or just send me an email. Very
And that's
cool.
the old prices to show. Oh. Carved by Dave, printed by Dave. Look at this.
Except I don't see your signature. It says Mokuhankan on the corner. So did someone else print this?
No, this has never gone to anybody else. Not at all. It would have been, what this would be is leftover. I did my 200 each of the Sunimano albums.
Yeah.
And then whatever I had left over after doing that. So the prints that were harder, I didn't get 200. The prints that were easier, I had 210, 220, whatever.
Got it.
So when we started this shop years ago, we took those extra ones, which were no longer going to go into my sets. So they didn't need to be signed and sealed by me.
Okay.
But this is left over from my own stuff. So. I think at one point, Ohashi-san was thinking about trying it, I think. But, she left before we got around to it. So. I remember now. But I think the reason I did this, there was the calligraphy's carved. And at the time I was like, oh, wait a minute. So where's my finger? Where's my thumb?
Getting there.
It's carved. Wow. Back in the days when I still had eyes.
Wow.
That's wild. Yeah, look at that. Crazy. I was just showing off, I think. There's some nice embossing on this thing.
Yeah.
Silly. I wouldn't try that now. There's no meaning to do that now.
Yeah.
But, I was trying to show off, I guess.
Oh yeah, my son is here, by the way.
He's here. Good.
Good. And it's 9:23.
Okay.
You've got a few minutes to carve more, or
We've got a
end.
few minutes to explain what's happening. This is
Okay.
now Monday morning. Later this afternoon, I'm heading to Ome. I will crash in the river there Tuesday and, weather permitting, Wednesday.
Good morning.
So there'll be no stream here Wednesday morning. For the rest of August, we're switching to a Monday, Thursday, Saturday for me, which means Sunday night, Wednesday night, Friday night for most people in the rest of the world. Yeah, that'll be happening. So
Enjoy the river, they're saying.
Pardon me?
They're saying, enjoy the river.
I don't have a camera myself. Right? We had an old little camera that we used to use for print price, so I think I'll take a camera with me. And, I'm not going to start taking this setup in the gear and stream from the middle of the river. I'm sorry. It's just I'm going out there to try and relax for a bit. So, good morning. Okay, sign us off, Cameron and Sam.
We are.
No other announcements need to be made, I think. Whatever.
I don't think so.
Congratulations again on your video.
All right. Woohoo.
Really
It's doing well. Woo. Okay, see you later.